Hi guys!
Hello! Welcome to the Females Unfiltered show.
Welcome! Hope everyone had a great week. JB's with us this week, guys.
Woo, woo.
We love that she's got like a golden crown on.
Oh, yes. Well, it was my
very
birthday
cute.
week, so, you know, I gotta keep on celebrating.
Well, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Did you have the
Thank
best
you.
week?
I did. I had an amazing week. I went on a hot air balloon ride. I went on a helicopter. Got a massage.
Damn, girl. Okay, I have a question for you.
Yes.
So I am really bad at accepting things from other people. Like if someone would have taken me on a hot air balloon and a helicopter, I would feel like guilty and bad about it, and that I
really?
owed them something, or I would think about the money that they spent.
Okay.
Do you feel like, how do you feel when that happens?
I don't feel that way.
Okay.
Because, all right, we're gonna go therapist couch for a
All
second.
right, let's do it.
Chrissy,
Yeah.
if you feel that way,
Yeah.
it's because you feel undeserving
Really?
of those things.
Do you think so?
Absolutely, I think so. You have to know that you are enough, you are worthy, you deserve that love. You have to love yourself so much that you know that it's totally fine.
Here's the thing, I don't feel like I'm like I know I'm an awesome human being.
Yes.
And I know that I give a lot when I'm in a relationship. So I can't say that I feel undeserving. I think it's because I've been taking care of other people since I was 15. Like,
so it's hard for you
like
to
I
accept.
took care of my dad, and then I got into a really long-term relationship
Yeah.
where like I took care of kids and I took care of that human. And so for me, I feel like I know how to function when I'm giving, but I don't know how to function when I'm receiving.
So who takes care of Chrissy?
I mean, sometimes Chrissy does.
So when Chrissy needs love and Chrissy needs someone to tell her everything's okay, who does that for you? Who do you allow to do that for you?
Nobody.
Okay, something to think about, my friends.
Okay, all right.
And here we are on the couch of Females Unfiltered show.
Hey guys,
where
we get into everything.
Exactly, dive right in there.
No rules around here, none.
We're here for you.
We are, and so is JB, clearly.
I'm ready. I'm going to be the next Oprah.
Yeah, there you go, sister.
I'll do it. So what was your favorite thing this week?
Well, Sunday, I had a Sunday fun day.
Ooh, what'd
So,
you do?
I went to an event that Press Pass LA put on. Demi
Okay.
was working it.
Ooh,
Uh-huh.
shout out. Demi.
I listened to an interview with Dennis. Dennis Rodman was there giving an interview.
Oh, nice.
Which, in and of itself, was very interesting. I feel like he would be better suited to come on our show because we don't have rules about what you can and cannot say.
Oh.
And what he was doing was at like the Westfield fancy shopping plaza over there on the west side, and
Yeah.
they definitely weren't pleased with some of the lingo.
Oh.
But over here, I mean, Dennis, you can say whatever.
over.
Just
Come on over.
come on over, my friend.
Now, I may be way out of the loop, but what was he promoting or what was he being interviewed about?
Well, the premise was it was talking about like your habits when you hustle and work for something,
Okay.
which was touched on, absolutely. So was his relationships and Kim Jong-un in North Korea.
Oh.
So
we went like all over
yeah,
the place.
so it was definitely, I was just more interested in listening to him talk.
Yeah.
So it was cool. So then after that, I was with my sister Wendy, and we were like, fuck it, I ain't doing any work today. So then we went to Beverly Hills and pretended we were fancy snobs and ate
Ooh.
food, and then we...
Where'd you eat?
Il Tramezzino. I freaking love Il Tramezzino.
Ooh, fancy. That's the Italian place?
It's like, it's sandwiches. They're sandwiches, but they have the best pesto in the world.
All right.
Shout out Il Tram. And then we went to the W and drank alcohol. And then I actually went that night and smoked hookah. It was like a
Okay.
whole day of...
So you had just a fun day.
I did, but I've been like playing catch up all week long because now I'm behind on all my shit.
That's
know.
all right. You know, it's worth it every once in a while to give yourself that day of like, I'm not doing anything.
Right.
I'm not doing anything.
How about you? Did you have a favorite thing out of all of your activities
Oh
that
my
you did for your
gosh.
birthday?
Oh, that's really hard to choose because everything was just so amazing. I'm torn between the hot air balloon ride and the helicopter ride because
Yeah.
I love to fly.
Me too. Okay.
I love the idea of flying and soaring through the air, and those were two, especially the hot air balloon ride was a lifetime dream come true, so it really meant a lot.
Okay. Love that. And by the way, guys, we're at Mixology 101. In case you're wondering, come on down, get a drink, get some French fries. Nikki, the bartender.
Speaking of drinks,
Spa Girls cocktails, guys. We always drink at some of the show. Anyone come on down, you're welcome to have a glass with us.
cheers.
Cheers.
It really does feel like a spa.
It does.
This cocktail. As
It's a
someone
spa.
who's recently had spa,
Oh.
coconut water.
Oh, yes.
Not coconut water. Cucumber
Cucumber
water.
water.
This is right
That's
there.
what we're imbibing
It's right
in.
there.
Ours is just straight vodka. Straight vodka.
But it doesn't taste like it.
No.
So good.
So good.
So good.
So let's see what's going on in the world today.
Oh
There's
my gosh.
always something.
There's always.
Guys, we got a lot of like female empowerment today. I'm really stoked about it. Most of our
Yes.
guests are women today, so it's gonna be good. Did you want to go first? What did you
Well,
find this week?
Actually, speaking of female empowerment, why don't you go first? Because I know
Sure.
you have this really great thing that you found about the women's
Soccer?
national soccer team.
Yes. Okay, so, and this is weird. Like, when you think of soccer and you're gonna go to a soccer match, it is more. We have been groomed to think that men's soccer is more interesting than women's soccer, right? Men's soccer gets all the hoopla, they get all the money.
Right.
This is just like back when good old Billie Jean King fought for women to get equal pay with tennis.
Yes.
The same thing is going right now with women's soccer. They accuse the U.S. Soccer Federation of institutionalized gender discrimination, unequal pay with their male counterparts. And the 28 members of the current women's soccer team, they have filed a lawsuit. They filed it on International Women's Day.
Yes.
They filed it under the Equal Pay Act. And they said, you know, our duty as role models for women are to get out there and fight for what we deserve. And they talk about, you know, their ticket sales don't cost as much, so they're not getting paid as much, they're not getting the promotion that the male soccer get, they're not getting any of that shit. And one thing that I really liked, so we had Representative Rosa De La Roya, she's out of Connecticut. She's really championing this lawsuit. And she had a great quote where she said, you know, these women are at the pinnacle of their sport. They are world champions.
Yes.
Yet when they receive their paychecks, they are being paid less than their male counterparts. This is unacceptable. And she said, women and men in the same job deserve the same pay, period. That's it. End of story.
Yes. Amen.
Amen. So we totally support this. We support the lawsuit. We hope that something happens. When the U.S. Soccer Federation was asked for a quote,
Yeah.
they did not give one. Maybe they're figuring out what they want to say.
Right. I'm trying to cover their tracks
Right,
real quick.
right. But go, ladies, go.
Yes, this is such an issue in women's sports.
Yes.
Since the beginning of time, women's sports have been undervalued and really treated as, you know, second place to
Right,
men's sports.
right.
And I think part of the problem is that they haven't been given the same money, the same facilities, the same sponsorships, the same pay. They're just swept under the rug and like,
Right.
no, yeah. Women work just as hard as men to accomplish these athletic feats. It's
Right.
not like the men are working harder than the women.
Listen, and women are aggressive too. If that's what your complaint is, like it's not as interesting. I've been to many women's soccer matches when they are fucking
used to
elbowing
play.
each other, they are smacking
It's
each other.
brutal.
They're letting
It's
the F.
brutal.
Yes.
Girl, I used to play soccer, and let me tell you, the bruises I had on my body,
They're vicious.
intense. You're
Yeah.
throwing bows, you're
Oh, yeah.
spiking people with cleats, you're
Yep.
doing slide tackles,
Some girls like pinch each other as they're standing there next to you guarding.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
elbow the boobs. Oh, get your money, ladies.
Get your money.
We support you.
We do. You know what I thought was really interesting? Like I just brought up Billie Jean King. This exact issue happened so many years ago, which is why a women's division was even established in tennis.
Yeah.
And here we are, like, I don't know how many years later, more than 20, and it's
Right.
still not fixed. Still not fixed.
My question is, why do we have to keep fighting this fight with each individual sport? Like, shouldn't the fight with tennis that sort of started this all off in the 70s have made, you know, the federations of the different sports go, oh, hey, maybe this is a problem across the board that we
Right.
should address.
Right.
Instead of each league having to fight the fight years and years later to try and get this equal pay.
Which, and I feel ashamed to even admit this, women's hockey just went through their own similar fight. I
Yeah.
didn't know there were like, of course there's National Women's Hockey Leagues. I just
Yeah.
wasn't aware. Because where's the promotion for that shit?
Right. There is none.
Nope.
I believe the women's hockey team threatened to sit out of the World Cup or something
Yes.
like that if they didn't get
Get a
equal
bump.
pay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's go, ladies. We
Let's
got
go,
your back.
ladies.
All right, what'd you
We've got you.
what'd you find over there?
Speaking of money,
Yes.
so I'm sure you heard about the huge college admissions scandal.
I am
That happened.
floored, by the way.
Oh my
I
gosh.
am floored.
So if you've been under a rock
Yep.
this week,
Yep.
on Tuesday, multiple people were arrested over the largest college admissions scandal in history. They're calling it Operation Varsity Blues. Basically, the premise is that, you're right, the premise is that all these very wealthy families, including celebrities.
A lot of celebrities, guys. A lot of celebrities.
Were paying to cheat the system and get their kids into Ivy League schools or very high-level schools such as Yale, Stanford, USC, University of Texas. And there was one guy at the helm of this, his name is William Singer, and he established this like college prep company, which was really a front where parents could funnel money into this organization and write it off as a charitable donation. And he would say they use the money to serve like underprivileged kids, helping them get a better vacation or education. But in reality, they were paying off SAT proctors and college athletic coaches to either change kids' test scores, have a proxy take the test for them, get the kids diagnosed with like a learning disability so that they could have extra time on their test and have someone there with them, helping them with the test who is actually giving them the correct answers.
Shut the fuck up!
Or like the ones who got their kids recruited as star athletes for kids who have never even played the sports. Yeah, so Lori Loughlin, who you may know as Aunt Becky from
Aunt Becky.
Full House.
And is she on Fuller House or no?
She makes a few guest appearances on Fuller House, but she's not a series regular like she was on Full House. But she has other TV shows.
Okay.
So she pretended that her two daughters were rowing stars to have them recruited to USC, and they never even played the sport before in their life.
But so, like, what would did it say, so USC just believed they were rowing stars? Or USC would just turn their head?
They paid off the coach.
Okay.
They paid off the coach.
All right.
To have them recruited as star athletes.
Wow.
You know, it's a back door. Well, actually, William Singer, the guy who was in charge of this, was calling it a side door to get into college. Because you have the front door of, like, doing things correctly. You have the back door of parents making a large donation to the school in the form of like a library or a building, and then their kids may be getting in, but no guarantee. And then you have the side door that William Singer created, where you pay off the proctors on the SATs and you pay off the athletic coaches.
I feel like the side door is a lot worse than the back door.
Yeah, and he was saying, I will guarantee your kids get into.
William Proctor.
Millions and millions of dollars spent. Millions of dollars to get these very wealthy children into these schools.
So this is what I wonder.
Yeah.
Does half of this go back to like parental negligence, where you didn't give a shit if your kid did their homework or if they studied for their test or if they fucked around because you were doing whatever you were doing or you weren't a strong parent? Like, what does this really go back to that you're, I mean, it's granted some of these schools average Joe can't get into. And listen, average Joe, if you can't get into the school, it's probably not the school for you.
Yeah.
Probably not. So I just,
Well, I think it's partly that, but mostly I think it's ego. It's ego. It's these parents saying, we come from a wealthy place, we have a status to upkeep, we want the world to see us in a specific way, and, you know, it would really help if my kid went to Yale. So, and, you know, setting them up for opportunities, but I think it all comes down to ego. But the worst part about this is that these parents and these kids have now taken spots away from kids who actually earned them. Star athletes who worked their whole lives to earn these positions and get the grades, and, you know, were booted for a parent who paid $1 million to get their
And what kills me, like, so what happens when your kid's in the school? Are you just paying off, like, every teacher they have?
Right.
Because
so
once they get in there, like, they gotta fucking make it happen, man.
Yeah.
They're just gonna flounder.
It's terrible.
This shit is insane.
The biggest sting operation of this kind in history. William Singer wore a wire since September to incriminate these families.
Oh, so they busted William Singer, and
they
now
busted him in September.
And now he turned everybody in.
He turned everybody in. He became a cooperating witness. He pleaded guilty. I mean, they had all this evidence against him.
Karma is gonna get him.
On Tuesday, they went on an arrest spree. But there are so many questions about this. Like Felicity Huffman, who was arrested. She's an actress, best known for Desperate Housewives.
Yep.
But her husband was not indicted. Even though he was in on it and he knew, they were like, well, Felicity was more in charge of it. But
They
totally
quick put all the assets in the husband's name.
Yeah, quick, put it over there. Whereas Lori Loughlin and her husband, Massimo, who's a designer, were both arrested, had $1 million bail, which each, $1 million each.
Damn.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Those fucking kids didn't show up at school the next day. They too
No.
embarrassed.
Right, and the thing about Lori Loughlin's daughter is so one of her daughters is actually a big YouTube star. So she's really going to feel the burn from this because she is out there.
Lori, she could have been a YouTube star without going to fucking MIT, man.
USC.
Wherever.
Being a fake rowing star athlete.
She should make a YouTube channel. How to fake your way into a private college.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Craziness. So, the news is still happening from there. The story is still developing, but definitely keep your eye on it. It's worth a watch.
It's salacious as fuck, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so before Curry's not here yet, so we got a little bit more to talk about till Curry comes, guys, because Curry likes to help us figure it out. So this is just rando. I just wanted to have fun. I love the randos. So Lunar New Year's happening, okay? And there's a hotel in China, of course, good old China, called the First World Hotel in Hangzhou, China.
Okay.
And they redesigned one of its hot spring pools into what looks like a giant hot pot for humans. So
Like the eating kind?
the eating kind. So they divided the pool into several sections, and really each section is now big enough for one. And they filled them with chili peppers, lettuce, corn, apples, bananas, and then while you're sitting with the peas floating around you, there's these giant skewers of meat going across them. So you can just hang on, make a bite out of the skewer of meat while you're baking in some peas and have a drink.
But why? but why?
The hotel wants to promote a healthy lifestyle.
So you bathe with your vegetables.
So you bathe with your... And you know what? When I looked at the photo, they were crammed in there like sardines. I mean, there was no... Right? There was no space in between. And if there was 7 more of us all like this, surrounded by vegetables...
I'm trying to imagine sitting in a bathtub, surrounded by lettuce and mushrooms or something.
Plus,
is that comfortable?
Exactly. When you're in a hot tub or whatever, hot spa like that, I don't want to feel like lettuce on me.
Yeah,
it's kind of distracting. Yeah, it's slimy.
I don't want to feel like dinner.
No. What do they smell like? And
Yeah,
do you think
gotta come out of there smelling like onion soup.
Do you think they're already the peas? It's really good for your skin. I don't know.
I don't know. What food would you choose
to
be in there with if you could choose one?
I feel like apples.
Okay.
Because apples smell pretty good when they're cooked.
That's a good point.
So I feel like if you smell like a cooked apple, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
And I don't know, you could roll your back on them and get a massage or something.
Yeah, maybe that.
Maybe I'd go with citrus, oranges or something.
See, I feel like that's a good
smell
one.
like pine sol when I come out of there. So fresh and so clean.
And I just love the giant skewers of meat. I mean, it was like a leg of meat on a skewer.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm all for eating a skewer of meat in a hot tub, just not surrounded by
vegetables and 27 other people that are this far from you.
Are you supposed to eat them?
No.
Okay.
I mean, you could, but that water's not clean. I mean, no.
I mean, so many questions. Do they change the vegetables every time a new person gets in? Are you getting in with the same vegetables?
If your job was to clean the hot tub, how much worse it got when they added the vegetables?
No, I'm just imagining mushrooms, how they have that sort of slimy layer.
Yeah. No.
To each their own.
To each their own.
Well.
Do you have anything else? I mean, I have another one, but do you have another one?
Let's see. Oh, yes. Yes. Okay. So.
Okay.
You know how women's bodies are always a big topic of conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're regulated.
I mean, why not?
Because why not?
Because people can't handle a pair of boobs. I don't know, man.
So, this week there was a young woman, Emily O'Connor, who was flying from the Birmingham airport in the UK to the Canary Islands.
Okay.
And she was wearing why do we even have to have this discussion? But she was wearing high-waisted pants, so they were full-length pants, high-waisted, so they came up to like above her belly button, and a black crop top that came, you know, like just, there was maybe like an inch or so of midriff here, spaghetti strap crop top.
Okay.
So she gets through the airport totally fine.
Cool.
Then she gets on the airline. It was Thomas Cook.
Yeah, who ever heard of that?
Me neither.
Thomas Cook?
I'm guessing it's one of those small, like, plane puddle jumpers, you know.
Okay, all right.
So she gets on the plane and they tell her, you have to cover up or leave because your outfit is offensive and inappropriate. And she's like, what? So she turns to the plane and she's like, is anyone offended by my outfit?
Yeah, exactly.
No one responds. And then the crew gets mad. She's surrounded by 4 crew members, and they're like, we're going to get your bags, and you have to get off this plane now. You're inappropriate. And she was totally shocked and embarrassed. Luckily, her cousin was on the plane and gave her a jacket to wear to cover up. And there was this male passenger. Well, there were 2 male passengers that were sort of instigators in this whole thing. One was wearing a tank top and shorts, and she says he was showing much more skin than her. There was another male passenger on the plane that was calling her a pathetic woman and telling her to just put an effing jacket on. Yeah. So after she put on the jacket, she was allowed to stay on the plane, but she was very upset and shaken, obviously, after being harassed by the crew and the passenger on the plane. So she gets off, she goes, has her vacation, she's obviously upset. But when she flies back to the UK, she wears the exact same outfit and nothing is said.
And it's on the same airline.
It's on the same airline, yep, nothing is said. So her cousin writes this tweet about like, this is ridiculous, and the airline apologized and said that, you know, the crew have the job of determining what is appropriate and what is inappropriate, and unfortunately it's sort of subjective, and sometimes they don't handle it correctly, but they apologize to her. But
there's so many things wrong with that situation.
So many things wrong with it. Okay, you can look up the outfit. Just Google, like, airline asks woman to put on jacket or leave.
Right.
It is not, it's something that at least walking around LA would be totally fine.
It's not scandalous at all.
No. I can see, however, in like an upscale fancy restaurant that maybe it wouldn't be
or like a
but
Muslim country.
Yes.
Yeah.
But on an airline, like people wear pajamas to fly, like everything was covered that needs to be covered.
Everything was covered.
It just showed like an inch or so of midriff.
And her fucking shoulders.
Yeah, and like some clavicle, but there was no...
And the fact that the man with the shorts and the tank top was allowed to stay, but not the woman.
Yeah. So many...
They should have given her a free airline ticket. I mean, I would consider flying with them again, but if it's a free ticket, it's a free ticket.
And they should have given her a little more than that. It just opens up the discussion of how women's bodies are so regulated, even in this time.
Right.
Like, what's okay and what's not okay and why. And basically, so you know how you have this white top on under here? It would have been like if they asked you to get off the plane because you were wearing that top.
Right, exactly. And my midriff is showing.
Yeah, and but you're wearing high-waisted pants.
Right.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Okay, guys.
Get it together, world.
Get it together. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to get all set for Curry. He's here. He's going to help us figure something out.
Thank God, Curry. We need your help.
We need some curry in our life. We'll be right back, guys. Hold tight. Hi, guys. Welcome back. Curry is with us. Ta-da.
Hello.
Curry comes once a month. He helps us figure something out. It's always interesting. I never know what it is, but we always need help with something in our life. And Curry's got our back.
Help us, Curry.
Who helps me?
We'll help you.
That's the question.
Yeah, y'all help me figure it out. Go.
We're here for you. We're here for
How you doing since we last saw you?
I'm hanging in there.
Do you want to talk about it?
No, nothing's like bad.
Okay.
It's just stress.
Yeah.
You know, life is stressful.
Life is stressful.
I'm turning 30 in October, and I'm free. I like have never cared. I'm like, whatever. And now that I'm like getting closer to it, I'm like, weird. 30.
Uh-oh.
Bringing up feelings.
Yeah,
You
it's
going
just
down?
like weird. Like, do I do something?
Right.
Am I supposed to like go on a trip?
Right.
You know, I was like, I don't want to say poor, but not like super well off growing up.
Right.
And you know, obviously we all watched Super Sweet 16.
I mean, of course.
And so when I turned 16, I was like, oh, I have to do something big. And we like went to the mall. Like nothing at all big. But you know what I mean? So like I never had like Well, most people
Like a
don't have
thing,
like
like a
where a
thing.
car drives up, but like.
Yeah.
Right,
Anyway, but now I'm like 30. I'm like, usually I just go to Chili's for my birthday, which I've made like sort of a joke my whole life. But now I'm like, what should I do for 30?
Yeah, you deserve something big.
Well, I'm glad that your brain isn't like going down the rabbit hole of what am I doing with my life? I'm
Oh,
almost
that
30.
too. I was just trying to keep it positive for
Oh,
this
okay, yeah. 'Cause
space.
my brain went
Yeah.
through quite a lot
Yeah.
this week.
I'm like, oh, you know what's weird? This is like maybe too deep, but
No,
my
bring
friend
it.
from North Carolina called me recently and was like, I think it's time for you to move home. And first of all, I was like, I don't want to talk to you ever again.
Yeah, like what
Where's
kind
that?
of friend
Because I
is
know
that?
she's not meaning it like that, but I
Yeah.
was just like, and she just wants me to live in North Carolina again, but I was just like,
That is so unsupportive, whoever you are. That is
on your
not.
friend.
she's like
not
the best,
okay.
most supportive human
Not
ever.
okay.
But like in the moment, I was just like,
Not what you want to hear.
I know.
Before your 30th.
Yeah.
So I
Wait,
think
you're not leaving us, are
No,
you?
no.
Okay, good.
Here's the thing. I've been blessed with weird things and not most normal things, but like I've always been blessed to know when it's time. Like
Okay.
I have that gift.
Yep.
So I know when something is right and something's not right, and I still don't feel like it's not right.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
good.
why I was telling my mom, like, when it's not right, I'll know.
Yeah. I think for your 30th, you should just think in your heart what would make you happiest, and
Yeah.
whatever that is, just do that.
Yeah.
Whether it's by yourself, whether it's with one person,
Yeah.
whether it's, I don't know, having a Sunday, I don't know, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Do that thing that makes you happy.
Yeah.
And then I don't
Listen
think
to your heart, Curry.
Wow.
then I don't think it hurts to reflect on like your life.
Yeah.
I think that's always good, and think
Yeah.
about what you want going forward and how you're gonna get there.
Wow.
Cool.
I think we're all going through that all
We
the
do.
time.
Yeah.
We do. If you're an
What
artist
am
in
I
LA,
doing?
Exactly.
Think
Yeah.
about-
Exactly.
It's the LA life.
with every year that ticks by,
Yeah. And then I also think
But you're not like
Too-
the
You're
not
star
where you wanna
of
be. Yeah.
the world.
And I also think too, like when I turned like October 13th, it's not like I had turned to dust. Like
Time's up. You're
Yeah.
a pumpkin again.
Yeah, it's not like so
coming
like,
from a woman who's over 30,
Yeah.
you're gonna keep going.
Exactly. Yeah. Like I'm not really worried. It's just weird. Like it's the world. It's like this. Like 30. I'm
I
like,
know.
Expectation.
I went on a snowboard trip for my 30th.
remember, you did tell
I
me.
was gone all weekend. I went to Mammoth. I went snowboarding.
that's amazing.
That's what I did.
I couldn't do that. That stressed me out. I'd be like, I'm gonna break in half. Like no.
Okay. So what are we gonna figure out today?
So this day, we were going to figure out how to get into college the real way.
Oh my
she
god.
just talked about this scam.
Okay.
We just talked about the
First of
college
all-
admission scandal.
The like horrible human inside of me is only really worried that Lori Loughlin will not be on the last season of Fuller House.
Oh my god.
Because they can't finish the saga of Fuller House without Aunt Becky.
No.
So I hope whatever happens.
Oh, they better film it before June.
Yeah.
No?
I just,
Trial.
they gotta wiggle her in somehow.
Do you think she's gonna go to jail? They're not gonna go to jail.
She
Do you
is
think they're gonna go to jail?
facing. She is facing time right now.
Okay, look at fucking Manafort, piece of
I know.
shit. All right,
Hollywood
homie got
Reporter
four.
said that they don't think any of them other than that guy.
They go get house arrest.
Exactly. They're
Parole.
gonna get they're gonna have to pay like crazy fees and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
We'll
What a mess.
see.
So anyway, here's
Okay,
how
yes.
you get into
Okay,
college.
let's talk about it.
Study. Take a PSAT course.
Okay.
Did you do that?
I did not.
Well,
No.
I did. It did not help me at all.
I didn't do it.
I learned a ton of vocabulary that I did
Cool.
not need.
Love.
And basically did all these math equations stuff that were not anything like what was on the SATs.
Yeah.
And one time I saw the guy who taught my PSAT course, like when I was a sophomore-ish in college, and I told him, just so you know, in that
did not
PSAT
help
course,
me.
none of that was on the actual SAT. And he said, they mail us packets and we go off the packets. And I was like, you might want to call and be like, let's relook at these packets.
Right, and your parents probably paid like hundreds of dollars to this MFR
yeah.
for fucking a PSAT
Literally.
course.
No, I did the free one.
Oh, okay.
We didn't
That's
do
Well,
that.
that's
Yeah.
why the
Maybe
package
that's
was
why.
a
It was
little.
provided by the school. It should be better than that.
Yeah, I think I did a few practice tests,
Yeah.
but I didn't do like a course.
Yeah. The SAT is so ridiculous.
Well, I had already determined that I was going to go to an acting conservatory, so I didn't need that fucking shit.
Yeah.
So I took no courses,
Did
no
they make
preps.
you take it just to take it?
I think my dad made me take it,
Yeah.
but I didn't give a fuck about it. I didn't
Yeah.
study for that shit.
Yeah.
So-
Join some extracurriculars.
Okay.
The best thing that colleges look at, extracurricular activities. Be in Key Club. Be on student government.
Wait.
Be a soccer player.
Wait, what
Do
kind
I
of
have
clubs
to
are you in?
actually do these things, or can I just Photoshop my face onto
You gotta
pictures
do
of
it.
other people doing it, like Lori Loughlin's daughter did?
Is that not wild?
So wild.
It's gonna be the best movie made in 4 years. I cannot wait, and I hope they let them play themselves.
Oh, I mean,
Because,
naturally.
Yeah, how fun would that be?
Gosh.
Just doing extracurricular activity. It's great. That's how I met most of my friends in high school was doing drama, doing choir, doing student government, which was a joke.
We did the same things.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. This is if you want to get into a regular school. If you're shooting for Harvard or Yale,
I said study.
you got to do way more than what we're talking about right now.
Yeah.
You got to start a nonprofit.
You have to start a nonprofit,
Save some whales,
volunteer at the homeless
run
shelter,
into a burning building and
perfect
save children and
A's
kittens.
every time in all the honors or IB classes.
There was a boy from my hometown who went to Harvard,
Yeah.
and I saw him at our reunion, and I said, how's life? And he was like, great, I blah, 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 went to Harvard. And I was like Harvard? And he was like, yes. I just was so shook by that. I was like,
Oh my gosh.
I'd be
People
like-
who went to Harvard love to tell you they went to Harvard.
Yeah.
You just
Bring me a
casually drop it
sweatshirt.
around.
he also looked like a movie star, so I was like, well, great.
I feel like they take that into consideration.
Oh, yeah, certainly.
You have to send your picture with your
Are
application.
they going to look good on the
Yeah.
brochures of the people
Yes.
on the green manicured lawn?
Oh, yeah. Well, now, I'm sure they're looking at Googling people.
Oh, absolutely.
They're like, let's
Your
see.
social
Facebook,
media better be
Instagram.
perfect.
Yeah. Yesterday, this is not related, but related.
Okay.
Yesterday, I went to this interview, and they were like, how's your social media? And I was like, it's fine. And they were like, is it private? And I was like, no, of course not, it's public. And they were like, why? And I was like, because I'm the most G-rated human that you will ever meet. What is going to be on there? And then I thought, what would be on there that would be bad? I'd have my middle finger up.
I have my middle finger on my Instagram.
Okay, well, who cares?
Okay,
I was just
whatever.
and then she was scrolling through, she was like, it is pretty G-rated.
That's interesting that the company asked about your social media.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
weird. While I was sitting there, I was
Never had
like,
that?
I don't apply for jobs.
I've been to an audition where the guy was like, I scrolled through your Instagram.
Oh, for sure auditions.
And I was like, cool.
Well, the audition that I just had, we had to give all of our social media and
Yeah.
websites.
And they just want to know numbers.
Probably, yeah.
I used to work for the police department in college, and they made me open up, log into mine and open up my Facebook and everything, and they went through the whole thing.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
But obviously
That's
you were okay,
so
you got the job.
invasive.
Yeah. I also am pretty G-rated
Yeah.
on social media and whatnot, but yeah, they went all up in there. All up in there.
Dang, girl.
And they're the police department. Can't they look it up themselves?
They would have kicked me to the curb.
No.
We can't handle you, Chrissy
Yeah.
Carpenter. You gotta go.
Too many F words.
Anyway, moral of the story,
Yeah.
study,
Okay, study.
work really hard, and get into college the real way.
Through the
What-
front door.
What clubs were you a part of?
Okay. The true moral of the story is I like to do anything that would get me out of class.
Okay.
But I like to do it in I wasn't gonna skip. I wasn't
Right,
a rebel.
right.
I was more just I did Key Club. I did French Club.
I did French club.
Which I don't know any French. I did student government all 4 years. I was the class president all 4 years.
Me too. Wait, so you
Whoa.
have to plan the reunions?
I did plan the reunion, remember?
I do, yeah. That's so much work.
Yeah, I don't. My dad told me junior year, he was like, "Don't be class president senior year because then you have to plan the reunion." And I was like, "Oh, it'll be fine." I should have listened. I really should have listened.
What if you just want to be like, no, I don't want to
Well,
plan
some
the
people
reunion?
do. Most of the years around me didn't have a real reunion, which made me feel great. Afterwards, I was
Yeah.
like, "Well, we had one."
We did it.
And it wasn't just at a bar on a Tuesday. We had a real thing.
And was everybody like, oh my god, it's Carrie. He has a show in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that accent?
Yeah, I liked it. I'm from
Carrie.
Hillsborough, so they were like, "Hey."
I was like, Curry, he had a show in Hollywood.
Oof.
Oh my
Good job,
gosh.
Curry.
Keep working. Keep working on that one. We'll come back next month.
One end of the spectrum to the other.
Yeah, and I did drama and choir. I'm trying to think. I did a lot of clubs.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just get me out.
Get me
Anything that would
out.
get me we need to do 45 minutes in the auditorium. I was like, I'm in.
So how were your grades since you were always cutting class for clubs?
Well, my dad was strict about grades, so I made good grades. I'm not smart, but I'm passable. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
I got you.
I don't know when you say street smart now, you think like drugs, or in my mind, I'm not like, you know, I don't know what that is, but like.
You're a gang member.
Yeah, I'm not like in a gang.
These are the colors.
But like.
So he doesn't offend anyone. It's like all the colors.
Yeah. But I have good common sense. I think is the
Good
right
common
way to look at it.
sense.
But
Which
I'm
is
not,
rare.
Yeah, but I'm not book smart. Also,
You know what?
didn't
I think
care.
that's just about. That's what I think it
Yeah.
is. Book smart is like, it's not interesting to me.
Yeah, but the people who are like scientists, I'm like,
No, for sure. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
So awesome.
but isn't it weird? This is like a whole other right turn. But I think like, isn't it weird? Somebody wants to be those jobs.
Oh, I know.
Like
how
there's-
different humans are.
Yes.
Like someone, all they want to be is discover the latest DNA
Yes.
bread that
Or
we
be
can.
a dog groomer.
Yes.
That-
Like there are
too.
so many random things people are like, that is for me.
Yes. And I'm like,
It's kind of amazing.
no, that's not for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is weird.
Yeah.
People are weird.
People are weird.
It takes all kinds.
You're right.
This has been so delightful. Guys, Curry has a show. Curry has a podcast. Where can people find,
It's
follow,
called
and
Let's
support
Chat
you?
with Curry. We were almost for our 200th episode. I think we have like 2 more. I want to have a party
We're
or
gonna have a
something.
party. Wait, I have a question.
Mix it with your birthday party.
Guys.
Yes.
If I have a Game of Thrones watch party on the premiere, who's in? Do you guys watch Game of Thrones?
I
No.
do. I probably won't come.
All right.
Sorry,
I don't.
Chrissy, we're not coming.
I have to watch Game of Thrones and also Google it at the same time because I can't really understand what's going on. So I'd like to watch it and then immediately read the Wikipedia
Right.
like 2 sentences. So I'm like, oh,
Okay.
I don't know
All
if
right.
I'm in a crowd.
I think I'm gonna. I want to have a Game of Thrones watch party.
You should have it just
I
because
should-
we're not going.
Okay.
Right. I mean, what
Wanna
are
hang
we
out that
anyway?
night?
Yeah.
I mean, you'd be the
Sorry,
perfect
Chrissy, we're busy.
Sansa.
Do you want to grab a drink?
We're busy, so
Fine.
Can't make it.
Okay, let's chat with Curry, guys.
let's chat with Curry.
Please check it out.
At Curry Terrell, CurrieTerrell. Yesterday, somebody said Terrell in a professional setting, and I was like,
Terrell.
I'm not gonna correct you.
Yeah. That's like Mr. Dumbass, and then they're like, it's Dumas.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways, guys, we're way off topic. We're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna get set up for our guest, Rebecca Metz. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back, guys.
Woo!
Hi, guys. Welcome back. Rebecca
welcome.
Metz is with us. Welcome to the show, Rebecca.
Thank you so much. What a lovely day. Like, this is
Right?
Gorgeous.
Yes, the rain has cleared.
It's
know.
just for you.
Thank
the
you.
sun shines on you.
It's
See,
true.
I'm always conflicted on nice days because it feels great, but then our lighting is always effed up because it's better when it's dark outside.
LA
'cause then
problems.
We're just,
That's
I
LA
know,
problems.
right?
My lighting isn't perfect.
My lighting's
Hashtag
messed
LA
up.
Yeah,
So-
I'll take sun and some lighting myself.
So, I don't know if you heard, before you came on, we were just discussing, like, the wrong ways to get into college and the right ways to get into college.
Really?
You clearly did the right way because you went to Carnegie Mellon, which, holy S-H-I-T.
I did it the old-fashioned way. I took my own SATs. I read the Kaplan books.
Oh,
I
okay, girl.
I was an SAT tutor for a while out here. As one of my day
That's
jobs.
like a
Yes,
big
I was.
thing.
I
Did
had
you
to
know
learn.
you could have made millions if you had just
Clearly, I was
Would've
working
been
for the wrong
shady.
company.
Right.
Yeah, I was in like a normal rich people
Right.
tutoring children who were. I didn't take anybody's SAT.
She didn't go into the side door.
If
huh?
only you
I
knew.
didn't. I did think if I had had a fancy tutor like me,
Yes.
I would have done much
You
better.
would've-
It
right.
didn't matter. I did all right.
You
But,
did all right.
Yeah.
I think you did pretty good.
Yeah. The
Wait, what
acting
kind of-
program at Carnegie doesn't care about your SATs.
See, that was
should've
my
told somebody
mentality. What kind of clubs did you do? Since we were all talking about like the kind of clubs you got to do to get into college.
I was all drama and choir.
Yeah,
like
see?
I
Us
was
too, us too,
artsy
us
kid
too.
from the. I never played a sport in my life. I got into a performing arts magnet program
Yep, love
in
that.
our high school, which took care of my like PE requirement with my
Yeah.
dance classes. So I was like out of
Perfect.
anything athletics related as soon as I could do it. It's just I was
I got
the
you, girl.
drama girl.
I love that you were the drama girl.
Thank
yeah.
you.
I as
Me
well
too.
was the drama girl, but for some stupid reason, one season I ran cross country.
Wow.
I know. That shit's serious.
Terrible.
I some years ago I had this is super entertaining.
Yeah.
I had sinus surgery.
Okay.
'Cause I was getting bad sinus infections.
Fabulous.
And after that, I realized that for the first time in my life, I could breathe through both sides of my nose, and I had never done that before. And I was like, oh, maybe I would have been better at sports if I was getting like 100% of my oxygen. It was a real eye opener.
Sad.
Yeah.
Wait, did you take up sports as an adult?
No.
No.
I can
No.
breathe now. I'll go for
I'll
a run.
go for a nice walk. I like a hike occasionally,
Right,
but
right.
I'm just not a sporty
You know,
person.
it's fine because nobody gives a fuck about female sports as we're learning today as well.
Right,
So
I've saved
let's
myself a lot of anxiety.
Go, people.
Yes. I always say I'm only running if someone's chasing me,
Yep.
and that's just long enough to find something to pick up and turn around and hit them with. So-
Amen.
Speaking of, do you guys, whenever you go out, do you wear shoes that you can always run in? I always wear shoes I can run in. Always.
Well, I can run in a stiletto. I don't
Can
know
you?
about
Can
you.
you? Can you?
I can.
Like, you can
girl.
run?
I can.
I don't think my shoes
I'm
are the
impressed.
problem when it comes to me running. Like, I don't think it's not a matter of which shoes I'm wearing.
Right,
it's a
right,
matter
okay.
of like me not being good at
Got
running.
you.
Yeah.
I got you. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's all right. Well, I also got a stun gun recently.
Oh, I've thought about that. I put it in my
Yeah.
Amazon cart. I take it out. I put it in. I take it out.
Yeah.
Save for
So
later.
feel
Yeah.
free to get one. They're $30 on Amazon. Anyone
you
can
try
buy
it
Which
out?
one.
kind did you get?
I don't remember the name brand, but it looks like a little rectangle. And I got a purple one, which also has a flashlight mechanism. Oh, if it wasn't behind the couch, I'd bring it on and just show you guys. And it's just a little. And then when you fire it, it's definitely like.
There's like a ring kind. It's like it looks like
yeah.
a big cocktail ring,
Yes.
and that's the one that I'm always
I love that.
toying with.
Yeah. Do it.
And then I'm like, I should take a self-defense class, but then that's kind of like sports, and I'm not going to do that. So I go
Right.
round and round.
Okay.
This conversation with myself.
it's-
I have mace. Do we call it mace anymore?
I think we still
I
call
have
it mace.
spray in my car.
Do we feel like mace is beneficial? Like, do you walk with it at night? Because I started
No.
walking with a stun gun at night.
I don't do a lot of walking at
Okay.
night,
Alright.
but I have it in my car.
Okay.
There used to be carjackings in my neighborhood. It's gotten a lot better.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
something about having it in my car, like I think about road rage. I feel like that's the likeliest thing that's going to happen to me
right.
is some lunatic.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Is it gonna, yeah.
And so I have it there in the glove compartment for easy grabbing.
When road rage happens and someone's a dick to you, what do you do in response to that? Are you like a middle finger flipper?
Yeah.
You yell a swear word?
All of the above.
I like to be a jerk and I blow kisses.
Oh,
I'll be like, have the best day.
I like to laugh.
Oh,
I am a
laughing is
big
good.
laugher in the face of hostility.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah, that is, and a hostility or authority, like when I get pulled over, which is not great.
Oh.
Not great.
Oh man.
My defense when I get pulled over is just apologize and seem sincere.
How
I've
often are
always
you guys
been
getting
let go.
pulled over?
I've never got a ticket.
I've
I don't get pulled over very often.
once, and it was because my headlight was out, and he was just like, "Hey, did you know this was out?" I was like,
Right.
"Nope," and he's like, "All right, fix it. Have a good day."
Okay, that was pretty
I once
easy.
got pulled over. It was actually my friend getting pulled over. I was there, but we were in high school. We were going to Rocky Horror, so we were like
Oh, you're
14-year-olds in
dressed.
lingerie.
Oh my gosh.
in
And we
line.
got
He's like,
pulled
"Are
over
you
at like
guys okay?"
1:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And my friend is a crier, and so we got pulled over, and she burst into tears immediately. I
gosh.
started laughing, and this poor police officer was like, "What in the hell have I walked into?"
She was like, "Are you guys
And he
working
was
the
just
corner?"
Like,
Like,
Go
yeah.
home. I was like,
Is
"We're in
this
high
a,
school."
like sex ring? Do
Yeah.
I need to save you?
I don't think we were pulling off anything anyone would have bought as prostitution.
See, we
I think
have
it was
toilet paper to throw at the show.
Yes, we have bread. We have, and he was like, "Oh my God, just get out of here."
Right.
Theater nerds.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of theater nerds, the Muppet Show inspired you to act?
Oh,
I mean,
horrible.
Yeah.
doesn't get better
Which
than
one was
that.
your favorite?
Which Muppet?
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible. I think, God, it just depends on the day.
Yeah.
Honestly, oh my God, I am so sorry, Muppet people, that I can't remember his name. I get confused, the one who blows stuff up and the boomerang fish guy. I think New Zealand is the boomerang fish guy, and the one who blows stuff up is Crazy Harry.
Right.
I like New Zealand. I like the ones who would just sort of show up randomly
right.
in the
A little
middle
more
of a scene
obscure.
and
Right.
throw a boomerang fish and
Right.
leave.
Right.
And I feel like my career has kind of mirrored that.
Okay.
I show up in a scene and sort of like say something wacky and
Right.
leave.
And then you're out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? I mean, it's going quite well for you.
Yeah.
It is.
Your
Thank you.
IMD
Shameless.
is extensive.
Thank
better
you. I've been
things.
bouncing around for a
I
while.
love it. You've been at least one episode in like every major show
Yeah.
on television.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I was, dabbling, doing
Yeah.
some like taste testing before I settled down.
Which,
yeah.
if you guys haven't heard of Better Things, it is a great show.
Separate from me being on it. You
Yeah,
should watch
but it's
it.
awesome that you're on it too.
Thank you. I agree.
For sure.
I'm very
for
pleased.
sure. It's about a single mom. She's got 3 daughters, trying to, resurrect her acting career, keep it together. You're the best friend, right?
I am her best friend and her manager. She's an actor, and I'm her manager. It is the most. First of all, it's the first show FX has ever done with a single female lead, which is crazy. It's the most female crew I've ever worked with.
Love that.
There's just women everywhere on that show, which is like something you don't even notice that you're missing until you get it, and you look up and you're like, oh my god, it's women everywhere. I've never had this before.
Right.
It's Pam Adlon, who's the creator, writer, executive producer, director of all of the episodes in seasons 2 and 3, star. She's on almost everything. Like, she's just...
And it's really based loosely on her life, which is amazing.
Yes, it's extraordinary, and I'm always watching her to be like, she's my mentor. I haven't told her that she's my mentor, but she's my mentor.
Surprise, Pam.
Yeah, I think she knows.
Do you feel like being on a set with a mostly female crew and so many females around changes the dynamic?
Yeah.
Yeah. In what ways? Does it feel more comfortable, less comfortable?
For me, it feels more comfortable because it is, I think sets are usually kind of a very masculine energy.
Absolutely.
And this one isn't. This one is very, and Pam, I don't want to make this generalization about women because that's not what I mean to say, but Pam is a caretaker. She is a mom by nature. And so, like, the food is fantastic. She's very conscious about people getting home to their families at night. We don't work crazy long days.
Yeah. Oh, she's
like,
so cool.
If someone is not feeling well, she will stop and be like, let me get a medic over here for you. Like, it is not the kind of, like, hardcore, do it no matter what, you know, like, tough it out kind of thing. It's very nurturing. And, like, I don't want to make that a stereotype about women running things, but it's very nurturing. And the guys on our show love it.
I say, what an environment to thrive in.
Yeah.
Imagine if more people just in general ran their offices and their lives like that. People would be
feels
so much happier.
In that type of
feels
environment.
healthy and sane and not like you're doing damage to yourself. Like, we're all there because we want to be there. We're all working on the same goal together.
Right.
Like, and it should be lovely. Because she does everything, she doesn't hire assholes because she has to work with everybody all day. So like, it's lovely people, which is just a nice way to spend a day.
Yeah.
And I don't know why all shows are like that, but let's make this more of a thing.
And you know what? People are probably always trying to cut corners for budget. I bet the budget isn't even that more extravagant. It's probably like slightly more, maybe.
I don't think.
But everyone's happy there.
Yeah, I think she is being pretty economical. I don't think they have a ton to spend.
Right.
Like, I'm not privy to those conversations, but I think that's fair to say.
Yeah.
It's just about doing it smart.
And like being a human and giving a shit about other humans.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Right?
Good craft services goes a long way.
Oh my God, does it
A long
ever?
way.
Does it ever?
Yeah, everybody, if you're going to spend money on anything, do good craft service. It covers up a multitude of sins. It really does.
Yeah, it does.
Everyone happy.
So, okay, you've got Shameless going on as well, which... Great character. You're like this kind of sassy waitress over there, dishing it out.
Making rude gestures and saying terrible things.
I like
it's a natural transition to a Disney Channel show.
Absolutely, which is where we're headed next, folks. So you as well play a single mom on the Disney Channel, which there are not a lot of Disney shows out there that are single mom led at all. So way to go, Disney, on that. We salute you. And your mom of how many kids? 3, 4?
4, just the 4, and then there's the friend who's there all the time.
This show has such an interesting concept that's so relevant to today's world. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, so I am a single mom. Dad has passed away. That's what we find out in the pilot. I have 4 kids, and 2 of them, Coop and Cammie, of the title of the show, Coop and Cammie Ask the World, have an online show where they do kind of would you rather style questions. So sometimes they have to do with their lives and they're kind of dealing with a teenage life dilemma. And sometimes it's like, would you rather put your face in a bowl of jelly or swim around in a vat of potatoes? Like sometimes it's a little more substantive than other times. But there's always one of those, a would you rather style question sort of that the episode is framed around. And I know Disney Channel's very excited because the internet, I feel like I'm kind of the last generation who didn't come up assuming that I should have a YouTube show.
Right.
That's a thing now.
I mean, I didn't assume that either, but I mean, now I assume that. So.
Oh yeah. I'm all the time thinking that. Should I put myself more out there online?
Absolutely.
I don't have the energy. I can't do it.
Well, girl, you watch Shameless. If I was on Shameless,
right?
My life,
I don't need to. I can watch other people's shows. That's what I'm doing here.
That's right.
It's It's a lovely show. It has a lot of heart. Like, I am not what I think of as a Disney Channel mom. When this opportunity came up, I was sort of like, really, me?
Right? Are you
And
sure?
and I sort of very consciously, when through the audition process, I was like, I'm going to do this in a way that feels true to me, that I can live with, so that if this ends up happening, I don't hate myself for several years.
Okay, love that.
And if they want it, they want it, and that is what happens. So she's a flawed, opinionated, sarcastic, sometimes cranky mom.
Which is more true to life
Right?
than a lot of moms portrayed on children's show who
Yeah.
are just always there and ready
They're, like,
with a snack and happy
Exactly.
and
Yeah,
hair and makeup done in the morning.
I did not want to be the mom who was just always in the kitchen, like, you guys, here's an amazing Martha Stewart snack.
Just whip this
And
up.
I am not that mom, I'm pleased to say.
You're like, oh, I forgot to pick you up from school. Sorry.
Yeah, I call them demons. I tell them that I will kill them. You know, it's more like my friends who are moms
Normal
Right,
stuff.
right.
talk to their kids, which moms love, which is important to me.
Yeah.
Like, you know, as kids are watching these shows, obviously their parents end up watching them over
Right,
and over
absolutely.
again also, and I want it to be fun for the parents.
Right.
So that's important to me.
Yeah. Okay, so I forgot to tell this to JB, but you're quick on your feet, so just get ready.
Oh, yeah.
Surprise.
So on the show, you guys always play Would You Rather,
Uh-huh.
because the last name of the character is Rather.
Rather with a W.
Rather with a W. So I have prepared a Would You Rather.
Oh, boy.
Gosh, here we go.
I would also like you to prepare one for us. You're a smart lady. You got this
Okay,
shit. You
I'll
got
come
this
up
shit.
with
Okay, so for both of you, but especially for you.
Okay.
Would you rather have dinner with Donald Trump for an hour
Oy.
or sit in a room with Gila monsters for 20 minutes?
Oh, Gila monsters.
Really?
Hands down. Absolutely.
What the hell's a Gila monster?
Those like the big
It's
Komodo,
poisonous.
the
It
big
doesn't
old
matter.
dragons. Yeah, they're poisonous. They look like small like alligator dinosaur thingies.
20 minutes versus an hour? Like, I'll take the 20 minutes.
Exactly.
Oh,
They're
you're gonna
both
take the Gila monsters?
They're
Okay.
both monsters.
I have, and I feel like
They
you
are
also
both
have a very calm energy. So,
Yes.
like, the Gila monsters aren't going to be
I
bothered
was-
that we're there.
I was just
I would be
thinking,
extremely bothered
I
if I
have
was in the room
dogs.
with Donald
You
Trump.
just find the right place to scratch them. Everything is fine. Right? Like, all animals love to be scratched.
Behind the
in one
ears.
place.
Do Gila
Yeah.
monsters have ears?
Yes.
Perfect.
There we go.
Problem solved.
There we go.
We're in.
Okay. All
We're
right.
in.
I
Cheers,
actually
we've
think
got
I would
this.
have. I would think I would have dinner with Donald,
Right. You would.
but more as like a character focused study.
Would it be worth it, though?
I don't know.
I'm from New Jersey. I feel like we've been studying him for 40 years. I don't need to study him anymore.
Okay.
I
Okay.
know what
right.
we've gotten into, and it's
Yeah.
bad news.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't mean to get too political.
Hey, we don't care. We hate Donald Trump.
Fantastic. I don't think it's a secret.
No, it's not a secret. Fuck him.
live
Anthony
in
always tells me I'm not
Hollywood.
supposed to say the F word on the show, but I'm always like, oh.
On
Okay.
Better Things, we get like a certain number of F-bombs a season, so we have to dole them out like
Yeah.
very carefully. And whenever we do one, we have to do an alternate take in case, you know.
Right, right.
That's not the one.
All right, Jamie,
Yeah.
did you think of a would you rather?
Oh, I had to think of one, too.
Yeah, you do,
okay.
too.
Okay. Would you rather
Okay.
go into the witness protection program
Oh.
or have to change a major feature on your face?
Ooh, that's a good one.
That is
It's
a
a
good
random one. There you go.
Damn.
Like, completely
Completely
change
Like
changes.
Jennifer Grey.
Yes.
Nose job.
Kylie
Yes.
Jenner.
Does like jawline
Does that
firming count? Because then this is not a difficult decision for me at all. That's
was
the
like,
only thing.
I know.
it. Okay, what
I'm
if
generally-
you couldn't choose?
Someone else had to.
Yeah, someone else chooses it. You don't.
This is
But
terrible.
if it's witness protection,
mean.
like you don't get to know any of your friends and family anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't do that.
Do you have a secret you're running from?
Not that I'm aware of. Maybe. I also feel like I would fail witness protection. Like
I know.
would fail.
You drink
If
and
someone
you'd be
was
like,
killing
mile
me-
away.
If someone was trying to kill
man.
me, I would be killed.
What's
I
that
would
movie
get
with like
found.
the Olsen twins where they keep having to move them because they are failing witness protection?
Wait,
I
and you
did
couldn't
not
talk
see
to your
that.
family in witness protection?
No,
Oh, you
witness
can't-
protection.
and they don't get to know where you are ever for the
or
rest of your
someone
life.
else gets
Or
to
your
choose
friends.
something major.
Oh, I guess I would change a feature on my
Yeah.
face.
Yeah.
Ah.
But then I would change it back.
I would just
Oh,
hope
good
that
call,
whoever
good call.
did it was nice and sympathetic and wanted me to look prettier.
Oh my God! Imagine if they fucked you up, big nose or something, or like a weird.
I have a big
deformity.
nose, and I would be upset if they gave me a cute little button nose. Like I like my
I like like your
prominent nose.
I like your
great
face.
nose.
Thank you.
Don't change your face.
great
I won't. I
nose.
wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Except
this
in
many.
this case, you would change your face because you'd have to give
I'd
up
have
your
to.
family otherwise.
Okay, I have a super important question for
It's
you.
a bummer.
You're exempt from this question.
All right.
Why?
Game of Thrones is coming.
Yes.
Team Targaryen or Team Stark? Or are you Lannister?
Not Lannister. I feel like Team Targaryen and Stark are kind of the same team
I feel
right
like
now.
they're
Do
uniting.
we have to pick?
I feel like they're uniting.
Listen, it's all about like female fabulosity, and really the question is Daenerys worth Sansa plus Arya? And I think the answer is no. I think I have to go Team Stark.
Oh, Arya! I love me some Arya.
Who doesn't? She's the best one.
She is awesome. Okay, doesn't she look like Sansa, by the way?
Yes, completely. Have you ever
Completely.
done Sansa for Halloween?
I have not. I have actually weirdly done the Red Woman in a video
the
for
Red
YouTube.
Woman. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen Game of Thrones. I know.
fine.
Calm down,
It's fine.
internet. Calm
fine.
down. But
Okay, all right.
knowing nothing, I would go Team Stark as well because I get that one all
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
I watched it. I started kind of just hate watching it. I
Yeah,
watched the Red Wedding
yeah.
without knowing who anybody was.
You watched the Red
Yeah.
Wedding, so you
Just
didn't get
to
the
piss
full
people off.
impact.
No, I just thought it was hilarious that they were killing all these people. But then eventually I was doing that so often that I was like, ugh, I think I
Might
watch
as
this
well.
now. And then I went back and watched the
I'm
whole thing.
into it.
And so, did you
Fine.
rewatch the Red Wedding?
Yes.
And did it hit you differently?
No.
Okay.
I'm kind of a mercenary television watcher. I'm
Oh.
fine. If you hurt animals when they killed the wolves,
That was
I
so.
was upset.
That was so.
you can
sad.
kill any person and I don't care.
Right.
You start
Don't
hurting
you
animals.
touch a dog.
Oh, don't even.
Don't. No.
I
No.
can't. My husband watches nature shows and he has to turn them off when the
Yeah.
predators catch the prey because
yeah,
I'll just start
no.
crying. And,
Yeah.
Don't want to see it.
yeah.
Okay, speaking of husband, congratulations on adulting and making your living room look like an adult.
Thank you.
That's
we just
a big
redid our
deal.
living room and it was a long time
Yeah.
coming.
Yeah, congrats.
Thank you very, very much.
I recently adulted this last year and got earthquake insurance.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you. That's important to have.
I
Yeah.
got new socks recently.
Okay,
That counts.
new socks are a big one.
That counts.
See, that
Thank you.
totally
Thank
counts.
you. Yeah.
I'm very picky about my socks.
Yes. Just gotta get the right texture, quality, stretch. You know.
Absolutely.
They don't fall off your heels.
Right,
I'm having
I
that
hate
issue.
that.
I got new socks and they fall off my heels and I'm
I can
angry.
recommend socks to you.
Please do. Maybe we'll do that off camera because it might
See,
not be
I'm
so
useful.
interesting.
I know, right? I do not want to end with you because we're having so much fun, but we do have a musical performance to get to.
Outrageous.
Yes, and she's pretty awesome. She's all about female empowerment, so we gotta get her.
I will allow it.
We gotta get her
Thank
in.
you. Thank
but
you.
please tell everyone where they can find, follow, and support you.
I am the Rebecca Metz on the Twitters and the Instagrams, and I think the Rebecca Metz on Facebook, but nobody who's on Facebook.
And that's with a Z, like
With a Z,
zebra.
like the baseball team, but with a Z.
Yep.
Also, I want to come to your Game of Thrones party. I heard you talking
Yeah,
about
do you
it.
want to come?
I want to come.
Look, you've
yes,
got
I
a
do.
guess.
You've got a guess.
Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna have fun.
I'm gonna be like Game
Costumes
of Thrones party
encouraged.
hopping.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to because
Okay.
I don't have one.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing. My sister has one from Halloween, so she was like, "Let's do costumes," and I was like,
how about you do a
"I
costume?
was like, I'm just gonna get a sword.
how about
Just
pajamas?
have good craft service.
I'm gonna get
That's
a sword." Yes.
right.
No, I think I'm
That's
gonna
right.
I'm gonna try to keep it like meaty stuff, you know,
Yeah.
because they
Oh,
eat
yeah.
big legs of meat.
Turkey
Yeah,
leg.
like
it.
cheese and meat and wine. Yeah, that's
Man.
what I'm going for.
That's a
I might change my mind. I might come now.
Come.
Oh, you should. You,
You
don't
should
have to
come.
know what's going
Just
on.
don't ask questions.
Uh-huh.
Just come.
All right.
Okay.
She's like, you can be there, but just shut up.
Just don't say anything or irritate anybody.
Okay, guys, we're
Right.
going to take a quick break. We're going to all set up for Rachele. She's going to rock our world, and we'll be right back. Hang tight, everyone.
Bye.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back.
Welcome.
Rachele Royale's in the house. Welcome, Rachele.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, guys, we're super stoked. We've been communicating with Rachele for a minute now. We were trying to lock her in. We got her. She's out there, like, standing up for women everywhere, which we love.
And looking glamorous while doing it, I
Very
must say.
glamorous.
Thank you.
You looking good, girl. Okay,
Appreciate it.
we're just gonna jump in. Do you mind?
No, let's do
Let's
it.
do it. So we're going to talk about a song that you're not performing today, which we'll get to the performing one in a moment. But you have a new song out, Cold World,
Yes.
which is all about female empowerment. And I like that all the chicks in the videos are dressed like what would be considered a typical man.
Right.
Right? They're all busting out like the suits, the jackets, the collars, all that shit. Talk to us a little bit about like how you decided to get Cold World out there, write it, make it happen.
Well, before Cold World happened, I mean, honestly, I think any woman in showbiz deals with misogyny and the boys club
Absolutely.
situation.
Absolutely.
And moving to Los Angeles and working with male producers my entire career, literally, I have never had a song produced by a female producer.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So it is really male dominated even still. So to all of the 13 to 16-year-olds out there learning Pro Tools, please continue because I'm going to need you. Let me know. I really want to start working with women in the studio. I've been through 3 deals, like record deals, so to speak, and my first deal was an album produced by Shania Twain's husband, Mutt Lange.
Yes.
And that was all men as well. It was Mutt Lange, the co-producer was Tony Nilsson from Sweden, both of my managers, Peter Mensch, Cliff Bernstein, you know, so it was an all-male team.
Right.
It would be nice to have some girls on the squad because women deal with, you know, self-esteem, body dysmorphia, hair, makeup, you know, it's extremely stressful. Some of my friends even talk about having panic attacks over these things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not to mention that a woman can talk to you about your music without sexualizing you.
Right.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So, Cold World, actually, I wasn't even planning on releasing Cold World or New Gods. Both of those songs were written for a company called Lyric House. And I'm a writer for a company called Lyric House, and they do music for TV and film. And this was kind of geared towards if you were to watch Gotham or Avengers. So the production is very anthematic and very big and dramatic. And eventually I decided to release New Gods last year, and that did really well. And it was interesting to see the reaction with such a different vibe and sound. And then I had Cold World kind of sitting in the library, you know, collecting dust. And Christmas time, I had this like spiritual epiphany and asked myself, you know, how can I use this message on a bigger platform, you know, and thought about some of my girlfriends who are directors, writers, producers, I mean, screenwriters, you know, and they're in the room with men.
Right.
And so I did this huge group email, and I'm sorry for anybody that I forgot. Like, I wanted all of you to be in it. But it was maybe like 15 people I emailed, and immediately the response was, I can't wait to do this. I absolutely want to be a part of this. And the vibe was, you know, the idea for the photo was editorial Vanity Fair. Women wearing a man's tuxedo and kind of saying, look, we're in a man's world, but it's a woman's world now.
Right.
Time's up.
Time is up, motherfuckers.
You can swear. We swear all the time.
I'm exhausted from the, you know, the misogyny. Really, I'm so tired of it.
No, it's true. I mean, definitely as a woman in the entertainment industry, I feel like every time I even have a male guest on or work with a male in any capacity, whether it's acting or whatever it may be, there's always this thing where you're like, they're just trying to sleep with me. They're just trying to get my pants. Like, there's just, and you always have to be on, I feel like you always have to be on guard. Personally.
Make sure you're not misleading in
Right.
any way.
Absolutely.
How are they going to interpret this?
Right.
I'm just being nice, but I can't be too nice.
I cannot tell you how many times because I'm a nice fucking person that shit has been misinterpreted. And then people get mad at you about it, and you're like,
they get
I'm not allowed to
upset
be nice?
and they won't give you certain opportunities.
Right.
Because you're not attracted to them and they know it.
Right.
And I mean, yeah, it's, you know, I'm not on that song because this producer was mad at me for that. I mean, really, is what it comes down to. I just blocked a producer's phone number, and I hope that someday you learn your lesson because you're an asshole. But really, I'm not afraid to block people's numbers now, and that's the other thing, women, is like you have to have boundaries and you have to learn how to say no because we can do it without them now.
Right.
We can.
Right.
It's possible to do it without the gatekeepers or whatever the hell the Illuminati shit people think is out there.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, that's amazing. So, as we were saying, you're a huge advocate of women, but also I love that you always shout out men who support women too.
Yes.
So, I mean,
So important.
Right.
'Cause they're not all, hashtag not all men. in the good way, in that they are not all like that. Thank goodness.
Right.
Yeah, and we really need to be lifting those guys up who are supporting us and helping us fight this fight as well.
So you interviewed Chantel Albers.
Yes, we did, which is how we found you.
Yes, her and I went to a movie premiere for my friend Max Martini. Shout out to Max Martini because he's another man that supports women.
Hey, Max.
We saw James Maslow there, and James is known for Big Time Rush. He grew up as a star as a child, and he's been in the industry his whole life. And we saw him there, and we told him, well, I told him, I was like, yeah, we have a bunch of girls shooting tomorrow. You should stop by. I would love for you to be in the photo with us.
Yeah,
And he immediately agreed and said that he loved the concept of what we were doing. And there was no flirtatious vibe whatsoever. It was like out of the goodness of his heart.
That's amazing.
And he showed up twice on 2 separate days to shoot for Getty Images with all these women, including Brooke Lewis. Hi,
Who
Brooke.
we love. Brooke's a friend of the show.
Yes. So Brooke and James were in it, and it was just beautiful to see that it was that simple.
Right.
Yeah.
There were no strings. There was nothing in it for him. I mean, and all of his fans are being so supportive of the whole thing now.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And we also saw you're good friends with Cash Hovey. We had Cash
Yes.
on a long time ago when we were in a different format than we are now, but shout out to Cash.
Yeah, I mean, Cash texted me this morning and said that he told some iHeartRadio person about me and wants me to meet with them. I mean, he doesn't have to do that. And,
Right.
you know, it's just beautiful.
Yeah, he's a good one.
Yes.
Support.
So you mentioned one of the most exciting moments in your music career was when your song was played on 104.3 FM.
Yeah, well, I mean, first it was on Sirius XM. And, I mean, just the first time you hear your song
Right.
on the radio, you're like, finally, all my family members who thought I was crazy, bitch, go in your car because I'm on your radio right now.
Right. All those
Okay?
mean girls in high school.
I mean, yeah. No, I mean, it's more family, actually. And, like, I'm sure all you people in showbiz, like, family, they don't really understand
Right.
Yeah.
how much work goes into it. And then
Very
when
true.
you do have a moment of success, they don't really know, like, how or what it is. Like,
Right.
you know, like, if you were to win a Tony Award, they'd be like, oh, is that, like, a
cool.
Grammy or
Like, what is that?
You know? But it is very validating. So Mario Lopez, he has a thing called My Music Challenge. And my song Unscrew You was up against all these major label artists who had huge followings. And it ran 5 times. And the first 2 times, Mario goes, and the winner is Rachele Royale.
Oh,
And-
no.
So Q Prime, the people managing me, had to call and be like, yo, can you tell Mario to say Rochelle? So the last 3 times he did, and I have it on video.
That's cute.
But
He got the message.
yeah, and every time I recorded it, I really regret screaming as loud as I was.
right.
It's so embarrassing. Can you refrain from, like,
But it was honest, right?
moment. Yeah,
Sincere.
it
That's how you
was.
felt. Absolutely.
yeah, it was cool.
So I saw, and as you mentioned, you work with Shania Twain's husband. You also were on CMT. So did you have some country music in your background?
No, actually, last time was placed in a show called Music City, and they use a variety of different genres in that
Okay.
show. So, the only like country-esque music I have is maybe 2 songs from the
Okay.
Mutt Lange album.
Gotcha.
But yeah, other than that, everything's very
Very pop.
Yeah.
Very pop. Yeah. So when you first started making music, were you always drawn to pop? Was that kind of the genre you liked the most, or were you more like acoustic with your guitar?
Okay,
What did you
another
like?
confession.
Okay, let's hear it, girl.
Tell us.
Right after high school, I moved to Nashville. And the person that discovered me was in the Christian music scene.
Okay, yep, that's a thing.
So they named me Rochelle Jordan after the Jordan River in the Bible.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
And whoever knows me personally is going, oh no. No.
Okay.
But even the Christian music industry, I mean, they'll package an artist up like that, you know, and sell it to whoever wants to listen.
Right.
But the producer was from American Idol at the time, and so the music was very like Rachel Lampa, Stacey Orico, like very Christian.
That's how Katy Perry started as well, and now look at her.
Right.
Did they try, when they were trying to market you that way, were they trying to fight with your image? Because I feel like, you know, you're very sexy, and more of the music, the Christian music scene is maybe not as sexy.
When I was 18, I looked a lot different.
Yeah, okay.
I looked way more innocent. I think being in LA, you kind of just transform into. Yeah. LA got me, girl. I drank the Kool-Aid.
We all got some vixen in our blood,
Yeah.
okay? All right.
This is what happened, but I'm not sorry.
No, don't be sorry. No, I recently, I don't post a lot of like vixen-y photos on my Instagram, but I recently posted one where I had on a jumpsuit that was like very similar in this.
Yeah.
It might have been to spite a man, it might have not have been, whatever. But I was like, I'm just gonna put that shit out there, whatever.
I mean, sometimes you have to, you know. It's a release. It's like we are women and we are sexual creatures, and I think that it should be celebrated.
Right.
But I do think that there is a fine line, but you know, there's the bikini model that's like, look at my ass, please. And then there's like Dita Von Teese, where it's like totally art. You know, so.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have done some acting, right?
Yes.
Is that something that you still kind of feel like you want to dip your toe into?
Yes, I so do. I so do. I mean, the last time I was in class consistently was with Bobby Chance, who is phenomenal. I love you, Bobby. She's like Joan Rivers. Like very invasive and like will not let you quit her class. Like if you don't come back the next week, you're in trouble. But I love improv. I love working with a person I don't know and just jumping into a script and performing it in front of a class. It's terrifying, but it's such a release.
That's what I always think too. It's very cathartic. Absolutely.
Yes, so therapeutic. And I actually was just talking to one of my friends, Adam Simon. I'm just name dropping.
Hey, whatever.
Name drop. Adam wrote Man Down with Shia LaBeouf.
Okay.
And he also wrote Point Blank, which is about to come out with Frank Grillo.
Okay.
And Anthony Bourdain.
Okay.
So Adam and I are talking about doing a short because I have major immediate family issues, you know, like I want them to hold up American Idol signs and like jump up and down and shit. Yeah. And like I'm talking about my two brothers.
Called out.
I know you guys love me,
but you could love her a little more publicly.
You know? So I won't go into detail, but I want to do a short about my struggle with them. And,
Absolutely.
And Adam did the same thing. You know, he just shot a short. It's a 10-minute short, and it's amazing. And he did the same thing because of his problem with one of his family members. So, I mean, yes, that's why I want to get back into it. And also because I just want to, like, rip my shirt off and scream and cry and, like, do dramatic shit, you know? Like,
absolutely.
It's the animal is in there, and I just want to release it.
Right. There's definitely a way to really feel it out
Yes.
when you're doing like a dramatic scene. It's just everything that you got going inside of you that you haven't been expressing, it comes right out.
Yeah. Right. And comedy is fun too. We have a web series that we're developing called Heavenly Kingdom.
Okay.
And it's basically like a bunch of Disneyland cast members on drugs.
That sounds amazing.
Hilarious. And, except for Ashley, who's from Texas, and her dream has always been to be a part of the Heavenly Kingdom cast. But she doesn't know until she gets to LA how we really are.
That sounds fantastic.
So,
yeah. Well, whenever you got that ready, you come back and promote it.
We will.
Okay, good.
We will.
And you grew up as a dancer, competitive dancer.
Yeah.
And the dance community has often used your music when they're performing, which is so cool.
Well, so my mother was like Simon Cowell. I mean, she very hardcore drill sergeant, but always taught her students to be professional, support the other dance studios. You know, I mean, she instilled life lessons with all of us kids for the rest of our lives, but she had 2,000 students. She had 3 studios, and the company kids, we had 60 kids on the team. We competed all over the U.S.
Wow.
So we know Derek Huff, Julianne Huff.
Okay.
You know, Nick Lazzarini was my first dance partner. He won So You Think You Can Dance. You know, and I see all these kids on TV all the time,
Right,
and it's
right.
like, wow, like it's amazing what they've all accomplished.
Yeah.
And I always told my mom that I wanted to sing, and she's like, "You're such an idiot for giving up your dance training. You know, like, you're the most beautiful dancer I've ever seen. Why do you want to sing?" You know, like, just never supported the music thing
Right, right.
until after the Nashville thing happened. She used one of those songs for competition.
Okay.
And she didn't tell me. And I flew
my
home to
gosh.
visit, and I saw her kids on stage dancing to my song, and I was
That's
like,
amazing.
Did you
so are
cry?
we making amends here?
Was that your
I would've
apology,
cried.
mother?
I wasn't crying. I was more curious. Like, what does
What is
this mean?
happening?
You know?
So you didn't have musical training growing up?
I did,
Oh, you did?
actually,
Okay.
yes. We had vocal coaches at the studio,
Okay,
and we were all required to sing, dance, and act. Because my mom was very old school Hollywood, so when you audition, you have to be ready to do anything. And the first TV show I booked is called The Adventures of Kangarati.
It's quite the name.
Yes, and I played Jordan, and I was a series regular, and I had to sing for the show.
Okay.
And that was my first time in the recording studio,
Okay.
which was extremely intimidating because all the other kids were great singers,
Right.
and I was learning.
Yeah, I got you.
You
I
know,
got
like
you.
I knew I had some
It's
Aguilera in there, but
It was in there. You just had to tap into it.
yes.
Right, right.
But that show was all NFL people. So the two main ladies were Jerry Rice's wife and
Okay.
Joe Montana's wife, and my grandfather was Bill Walsh,
Okay.
who used to coach the Niners. So that was, my first
Yeah.
TV show ever.
That's amazing. And yeah, as you just
What a way to start.
segue,
was cool.
you know, your music has been on the NFL and has been in the NBA and
Yeah.
MTV, VH1, so.
And I don't know when it happens. Like, I have people on Instagram message me and go, "Girl, your song's on a halftime show right now!" Like, and they'll
Well,
send me the
hopefully
clip.
they send you the residual check. Okay.
Yes. This is proof. NFL, NBA. I need that money.
Give the girl her money.
Yeah, but it's the coaches too who are like choreographing for the dance
Right,
teams.
right.
So,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, are you ready to perform? I know you got to get your camera, you got to get the
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, hang tight. We'll be back in like 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. When we edit this, you won't even fucking know.
This song is on the official MTV soundtrack for Siesta Key, which is out right
Ooh,
now.
okay.
Yes.
Exciting.
All right, well,
Can't wait
we're
to hear it.
excited. We'll take a quick break. We'll get right back, guys. See you in a minute.
Cool.
Okay, guys, we're back. Rochelle's gonna knock our socks off, we think.
We're so
For her first
excited.
time, guys, we put her on the spot a little bit. She's performing over a track, but we got faith in the girl. She'll be good. She'll be all right.
Yeah.
Just focus on my shiny bra.
There you go.
I thought I had you, but I never did. Hold on me so tight that it made me sick. Hey, I thought I knew you, but I never did. You keep giving me another reason to forget. Hands up, everybody, white flags in the air, I'm done. Your words like a shock from the bottom of the bell, run. This war got me tripping, these wounds I keep stitching them up. So, little fingers in the air, run from the party, I'm done. No. Hey. Scratching the record, I kept pushing play. Thought you'd stop skipping, but you weren't broken, babe. Well, my heart is tired, I can't feel it beat. No, you keep giving me another reason to bleed. Hands up, everybody, white flags in the air, I'm done. Your words like a shot from the bottom of the barrel, run. Hey, his war got me tripping, these wounds I keep stitching them up. So, little fingers in the air, run from the party, I'm done. me, love me, see me for the last time. Breathe me, feel me, leave me for the last time. Sit here in silence, you put me on trial for what? Tear me apart, yeah, but you say that I'm still the one. Dig in your grave, but there's more on the tip of your tongue. No going back, baby, your songs already been sung. Oh. Hands up, everybody, white flags in the air, I'm done. Your words like a shot from the bottom of the barrel, run, run. Hey. His words have me tripping, these wounds I keep stitching them up. So, middle fingers in the air, run, run from the party, I'm done. Hold me, love me, for the last time. Breathe me, feel me, see me, for the last time. So, hey. Run from the party, I'm done.
Yes! You have
you.
such a great
That was
voice.
awesome.
That was awesome.
That was like a little cloudy, groggy.
No, it was
killed it.
so
You
good.
killed
I
it.
loved it.
But I love you guys. Just listen to the recorded version. I swear, it's so good.
No, you sounded
A little
great.
teaser,
Thank you.
taste
So
of what's
good.
on the recorded.
So if people want to find, follow, and support you as we do, where can they do that?
Okay, Spotify is so important, and we're having issues with Spotify right now. If you're a songwriter, you've seen the posts, but that is the main way we are getting paid. So Spotify, Rachele Royale, iTunes, and Tidal. Tidal is owned by Jay-Z, and
Yep.
Jay-Z is still trying to fix the problem too, so crossing our fingers. Pay the $10 a month.
Just do it, guys.
Just do it.
Support art.
I know it's annoying, but that's how we get paid, at least for Spotify. And then Instagram is Rachele Royale Music, Twitter is Rachele Royale, Facebook,
I mean, who uses Facebook these days? I mean, we do because we have to-ish, but,
right.
you know.
But yeah, Spotify is the main one.
Okay. All right,
right.
we're going to do it. Guys, this has been another week of Females Unfiltered show. We appreciate everybody's support. We love you guys. We're always here at Mixology 101. Come on down. As for Nikki, she's the best bartender. Thanks to Spa Girl Cocktail, as usual, for giving us something to drink. We appreciate that, guys.
Delicious.
We will be here next week.
We'll see you then.
See you then. Bye,
Thanks,
everyone.
everyone.
Take care.